Animated GIFs, or GIFs as some people pronounce them, had their time of glory in the early days of the internet, when it was difficult to find a web page not using them. After being in the shadow for some years, they have now returned, gaining even more popularity because they are available in pretty much every communicator. There are services providing animated GIFs, but did you know that you can create your own animated GIFs with Microsoft PowerPoint? Here is how. First, create a slide that will contain the animation you want to show. In this example, we will use a 3D object of a car. To add a 3D object to your slide, you have to go to the Insert menu, click on the 3D Models button, and either choose a category or type your search criteria. As you can see, it takes a while to load the object, but when it's loaded, you are able to animate it. This is one of the newer functionalities in PowerPoint, that 3D objects have gotten their own additional animations. For the purpose of this demonstration, let's choose the yellow 3D car model and pick the jump and turn animation. The car jumps nicely on the slide when you run the slide in presentation mode. To save your animation as animated GIF, go to File, Export, and click Create an animated GIF. In the panel that shows to the right, you will be able to select the quality of your animated GIF. Which quality you choose depends on where the GIF is supposed to be used. If you intend on using it in your messages, then it is best to keep it at medium quality at max in order not to make the file too big. You can also select whether the background of the animated GIF should be transparent. This can be usable if you want to show your GIF on top of another graphic. Then you can specify how long time should be spent on each slide and also which slide should be exported to the animated GIF. As we right now only have one slide, and it will only be this slide that will be converted to the animated GIF. When you have set all parameters, click on Create GIF. You will get a standard Save As dialog, so pick the folder where you want to save your file and give it a name and click Save. PowerPoint will then create your animated GIF. You can then check how your animated GIF looks. Just find it in the File Explorer and double-click on it. The system should show the animation. You can of course create different animations. Here you will probably want to use different kinds of motion path animations. An example of how to use it can be if you want to show a car going on a road. You can depict the road with a simple line and then add the shape of a car. When you have positioned the shape correctly, you can add a motion path animation. Just mark the shape you want to animate and go to the Animations menu and expand the Animations gallery. Click on More Motion Paths and choose Left. If you now show your slide in presentation mode, the car will move on the line symbolizing the road. You can then export this slide to an animated GIF. Just go to File, Export, and pick Create an animated GIF again, and ensure that you have only this slide selected in the Slides section and click on Create GIF and save the file. You can of course create animated GIFs without any animations. In some cases, you may just want to export some static slides to an animated GIF. In such case, the seconds to spend on each slide setting plays a role, since it defines when PowerPoint should jump into the next slide when creating the animated GIF. An example of such usage is to create slides with static text and exporting them with relatively low value in seconds to spend on each slide setting. This will create an animation of letters changing in a smooth way without you having to create any animations in PowerPoint. It is, however, important to remember that PowerPoint will ignore the setting of seconds to spend on each slide when there are animations taking a longer time than defined there. You can see it clearly if you add another 3D model and add the turntable animation. This animation has the default time of 20 seconds. If you leave this setting unchanged and export this slide to an animated GIF, then in case the value set in seconds to spend on each slide field is lower than the total length of animations on your slide, the animated GIF will still have the length covering all animations, so 20 seconds in this case. We hope that this video has given you an overview of how to create animated GIFs with Microsoft PowerPoint. Be sure to check our other videos to learn more about various Office applications.